Okay, we're gonna take a photo and we'll get everybody on the stage and to get a photo. But we're gonna take a little while to do this. I want to thank everybody for coming. Thank you so much. This is one of our youngest students that will be giving a presentation, and a big round of applause for Kayla Jumper. And before she starts, I want to say that there's a vision that the Virtual World Society has, and that is the vision of VR in the living room. And you'll see during the talk today that there's 3 generations of Cherokee Nation citizens in rural Oaks, Oklahoma, who have all engaged in VR together. And that's the vision that they want moving forward. And I think we can all have VR in the living room one day. Now, if Kayla glitches out, we are in rural Oklahoma and internet has been spotty. We think they cut a fiber line and they're trying to fix it. And we have, where's Elijah in the audience? Elijah's way back there, and Elijah and Kayla go to school together. And if anything happens to Kayla, Elijah, who has done everything with her, is going to step in, and we're just going to keep rolling, okay? Because we live in places out here where there's more cows than cell phone signal. Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to get everybody on stage. Donna, we can get them on stage, right? I can lift them on stage.
Yes.
And we're going to get a photo. So come up on stage, and Kayla, come right in the middle, kind of in front, so that you can be centered in the photo for your talk with you in the background. Come on, come on, come on. And try not to get in front of anybody else. I'll stand right next to you, Kayla. Try to not have anybody in front of anybody else. And then what?
You're in the screen.
Donna's, I'm coughing, but I'm not contagious because it's virtual reality, okay, guys?
So, you guys, can you hear me?
Yes.
So everybody in the front, stop moving, and then everybody in the back, make sure you move just a bit so that we can actually see you, okay? So you're not standing directly behind somebody. So if the people in the front just don't move, okay. So
We got it? Okay, now.
Yeah. So now what I want you to do is start putting up emojis. It takes a bit for my camera to kick in. So just give it a little bit of time, and I'm going to count down. Keep doing those emojis as fast as you can. 5, 4, 3, and you guys did it. That's awesome.
All right. That was great. Okay, now I'm going to unceremonially. Go ahead, Donna.
I'm going to tell you that everybody's ready. You can start whenever you want.
Okay, and I'm going to tell everybody, I'm going to unceremoniously kick you off stage now. Okay, that was great. All right, it is my fantastic pleasure to introduce one of the most outstanding students I have ever worked with, Kayla Jumper, and she is going to tell you a very personal story about being a Cherokee Nation citizen in rural Oklahoma and being the benefactor of the virtual reality headsets that Oaks Mission School District got for her in collaboration with the American Indian Resource Center. And this is Kayla's journey, and so we're all going to clap and emote a lot. And if anything goes down because the cows ate a fiber line, we are going to, do we need to wait, or are we good to go, guys?
Can you do a sound check? Just make sure.
My sound check or her sound check?
Either. We want to make sure
Okay,
everybody can hear both of you and that you're both amplified.
She's amplified, and I might have unamplified myself. Okay. You can't hear me? You don't need to hear me.
You're fine.
Okay, great.
Everybody put up hearts if you can hear both of them.
Okay, great. And I'm going to step off the stage, and if you need me at all, and you say, Angelina, I have a question, or you need me to step in, I'm going to be right over there. And I'm going to, when you need a slide advance, you just let me know, okay? You got this. All right? Take it away, Kayla.
Hello, everyone. As you know, my name is Kayla Jumper. I'm a freshman from Oaks High School and all of that good jazz.
Kayla, do you need me to advance a slide? Kayla was muted. Okay, so try to talk now, Kayla.
Okay, we good?
Okay, nobody talk at the audience. You go, Kayla.
And as you know, I have a story. You have a story. We all have a story. Everything has a story. A house, a culture, a person, even just a random bird flying by your window. But I want to tell you not only my story, but the story of my people and the future that I have in mind for myself and maybe people of my community. But we have to tell a story before I can give you my story. So let's start at the beginning. The year was 1831 in southern United States. Cherokee, North Carolina to be exact. When the president at the time, Andrew Jackson, decided the Indian Removal Act of 1830, which that means every Native American there was forced to leave their home and travel 835 miles. And the only thing they were allowed to take with them was the clothes on their back. They weren't allowed to take anything. And they had to walk in the harshest conditions, from snow to just walking on things that you really shouldn't, that could really injure your feet. It was a horrible tragedy for people of my kind. But some people decided to go their own route. They went to like Florida, and some ended up in Oklahoma. And they had to build a new community, right? So this is where my school comes in. I go to Oaks Mission Public High School. It's a tongue twister name, but it's the school I go to. And at first, this school wasn't a mission, just a public school. It was just a mission school. And if you don't know what a mission school is, it's like a boarding school, but the people here get more of a chance at an education than at a boarding school. So that school also has a little bit of history with itself, other than the VR stuff. We have a statue at our school. It's a phoenix, and it represents how it burned down, but then it came back from the ashes to be bigger and better than what it is. So with that school there, now we got an algebra class, which I'm not going to go into all the math. I'm not, well, maybe. But this is when my whole story starts and where Miss Angelina comes in, or the VR lady. One day, she really walked into our classroom, VR headsets and all, and I was thinking, what the heck is going on? So she set it all up, and she was going to offer to throw one of us off of a virtual building. And at first I was thinking, this woman is a crazy woman. Why is she throwing us off a building? And then it actually made sense why she was doing that. It was a way to teach algebra in a way. And as I said, totally crazy straight off the bat. But when you do it, it is honestly really fun. finding a way to make something as boring, quote unquote boring, as algebra fun with VR. I never thought you'd be able to do that, honestly. So, yes, Richie's Clink experience. Let me go on a slight tangent about how funny it is to see some of the reactions sometimes. I didn't think it'd be so funny. I don't like taking pleasure in other people's misery, which I don't. But honestly, it's kind of funny to see people's reaction when they go off of the plank or even just on the plank. It's kind of funny. But also with that, it's just kind of, I don't know. But you wouldn't do that to little kids, right? Our group, which is like a small little algebra group, people who also do VR, we go and teach the Junsties a little bit about VR. And Junsti, we kind of shorten it to pre-K, kindergarten, first grade, and second grade. We go to their side of the parking lot school, and we give them the experience of VR. Sometimes we'll put them in a roller coaster, sometimes they'll be battling dinosaurs, sometimes they'll be bells sitting at a table while saying, "Be our guest." That one was my favorite, honestly. But we open up a whole new world for them, and it is honestly the best feeling in the world. So I've told you a little bit about the school I go to, the history that my culture has endured, and a little bit about who I am personally. But I haven't told you my hope for the future. Now, I aspire to be a therapist one day, a psychologist, if you will, if you want to get more proper. I hope and aspire to be that. Not only because I want to be a little different than my brothers and not going into the art department, but also because my main inspiration is, one, my father, who does work in the medical industry, but also people who do like therapy and all that good jazz. I kind of inspire with them. And what I hope to do one day is to bring psychology and VR together in a way where people can feel more comfortable doing, like, having therapy, but also being in VR. Because it's actually a known fact that people have a easier time talking to random strangers on VR than they do in real life. Plus, it could actually help a whole ton because you have so many resources just right in the headset. And people might be thinking of this already, and I might be late to the punch. But honestly, I'm excited to do this. I love working with the VR stuff because without Miss Angelina and being able to do what I do, I wouldn't be here right now. And it's honestly one of the most thrilling rides I have taken, and I'm willing to take a little more. Thank you.
You are amazing. Look at all the claps and everything for you. I was getting instant messages from everybody in the audience saying how great you were. I want to let everybody know that Kayla is a freshman. And her group were the freshman algebra class. And not Kayla, but that class, a lot of the kids in the class were identified as the kids that were always late to school and always the kids that, and you know who you had in class with you, right, Kayla? and
Yeah.
the ones that kind of weren't motivated about math. I mean, not everybody's motivated about math, and they really weren't motivated about school. But Kayla took the lead with Elijah and Bub. I don't know if Bub's in the audience. Bub, are you in the audience? Bub is back there in the audience, and Connor and Ali'i, and they led the class, and the kids that maybe were struggling into creating their own lesson plans, but more importantly, seeing how VR affected their life, and then taking that to the Junesti. Junesti means all the little ones in Cherokee. So Usti means little, and Junesti means like all the littles. And so not only did it affect Kayla, but Kayla is such a loving, giving person that she wanted to take what happened to her and share it with the little ones. And so I just really wanted to thank you for coming and sharing. And anybody that wants to reach out, we're done a little bit early, but I'm going to open it up for questions. And also, if anybody afterwards wants to meet with her, and especially in the audience, sometimes there's people in the VR industry that wants to kind of give her guidance and support. I think that we need to identify our new emerging technology leaders young, because they're gonna replace us, and we need to support them. So let's do. If there's any question, are you ready to take some questions? Let me enable. Okay, so I'm going to ask the moderators to help me because my tools aren't working again in here. And I don't want to exit and come back in again. Yeah, Diamond or Diamond, last time you were. Okay, never mind. It's letting me raise my hand, but okay, here we go. I got some people. I'm going to give Hunshi. I'm going to give you the megaphone.
Hello, y'all. How you guys doing? Can you hear me?
I'm doing pretty well. Yeah,
Okay, cool.
you're good.
I just want to say you got a really good head on your shoulders. I kind of came into this a little bit late, so I kind of caught on the tail end. I'm just glad that there's other people that
Could you
actually
talk?
enjoy
Can other
that.
people hear? Because
Oh, am I being
you
too
talk just a little
quiet?
bit louder.
Yeah.
Oh, give me one. I can't turn it up. Can you hear me? Hello? Test.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, you're good.
Okay.
Go ahead.
I was saying you got a good head on your shoulders, and glad to see that somebody or other people, especially younger people, are getting into math, because it's one of those necessities that somehow, I don't know, some way it became a cliche that if you enjoy math, then you're either a nerd or a geek or anything like that, when essentially it's everything that's around us. And so especially algebra, once you get into calculus and trigonometry, then you're gonna have some fun. But it's pretty much the way the world is put together, so it's kind of an important thing to know. And I'm good on you. Thank you for continue to help the younger ones know this as well.
Yeah. Well, I think the stigma around it is not math by itself. Well, maybe for some it's math by itself, but the teachers. Some teachers don't try to find a way to make it understandable, make it fun. I am fortunate enough to have an amazing algebra teacher, but some people don't have that luxury. And thank you.
And Daniel, I accidentally closed you out. Do you want to raise your hand again so I can get your question?
Over here,
Yeah.
at the back, green.
Let me megaphone you so everybody can hear your question. There you go.
Thank you very much. Kayla, I can only applaud your presentation. I was watching in 2D and I had to jump into my headset to be here with you for that. Thank you so much. I have a question. I'm not First Nation, and I have learned very little because the education system I went to was non-existent, what they taught us about First Nation. I'd love to learn more. Do you think that VR could be used to teach people like myself and others, give them a better idea, obviously not a perfect understanding, but a better idea of First Nation now and the history?
Oh, yeah, it can be used. If it was made by people of the culture, then I'm pretty sure they could give you a almost crystal clean understanding of what happened in our, like, the history and the culture and all that good jazz. I feel like VR could really be a good help with that. So yeah.
That would be amazing. Anybody here in the room that can put some funds towards that, please. Let's make this happen. I think that's really, really important. Thank you, Kayla.
Problem. Thank you.
Any more and there are people out here in Cherokee Nation that are putting effort into cultural preservation and revitalization and looking for partners to help them get the resources they need into the hands of the people that know, so that it's an authentic reclaiming of things that were taken away or were forced and to be repressed. And so anybody, like Daniel says, anybody that can help support the efforts for cultural revitalization and preservation, we greatly appreciate it. And we already have the young talent. We're just helping them to develop it. Any more questions for the amazing Kayla Jumper before we end? Any more questions? Okay, we have another talk coming up, and that will be in a half an hour. If you go to the Students in VR list, if you want to take a quick break and get out of your headset, for those of you that have stayed for the American Indian Resource Center and now Kayla, you might want to take a quick break. Just remember to jump back in because we have more amazing talks coming up. In fact, Jan will be talking about the work being done in Denmark, and he is also interested in working with First Nations people, and that's coming up the very next talk in a half an hour. So thank you all for coming, and we will see you shortly. Please do come back. Thank you, guys. Kayla, you did an awesome, and Kayla's available. I'm going to open the stage if people want to connect with her. You can come up and meet her and talk with her. So, okay, Kayla. So stay around, people. People are going to want to meet you.
All right.
Oh, it's Matt. Well, that's your brother. He lives in the house with you. Just go ahead and hang out. People can come up now if they want to talk to you and stuff. And your internet lasted, so that's totally awesome.
Yeah, we'll see how it goes through for the rest of the day, though.
Yeah, but there's going to be a dance party, so you're going to want to go to that. Buddy's putting on Buddy from he's putting on a dance party, so that'll be a really fun thing to go to together. And then in the audience is that you, Chloe? Is that you, Chloe? Oak School 5, VR 5? No, that's you. Who's Oak School VR 5 in the audience? Is that Bub?
Yeah.
And Jamie, okay, that's seeing everybody. Any more Oak School kids in here?
Yeah, but over there.
Who else do we got? Who else do we got?
Yeah, Chloe over there.
Where's Chloe?
Right here.
Chloe, wave.
Over there. At the window.
Hey, you made it.
She's muted. Can you
That's
unmute
totally
yourself?
awesome. Come up on stage, guys. Hey, is Donna still here? Can somebody snap a picture of all the Oaks kids up on stage with me? Can you do it, Andy? Okay, who do we got? We got Chloe, and we got Kayla. We got Jamie needs to come up. Is that you, Jamie, next to me? No, that's Elijah. Jamie, come up. And Bub, where's Bub? That's you, Bub. I want a picture of Oaks kids. Where's your brother? Where's your brother?
Over there.
Where's Jamie?
Right there.
Over here.
Doesn't want to.
There. Oh. Okay. All right, guys. Everybody get close to each other so we can all get in the photo.
Okay.
Wait. Yeah. Take a picture of all of us.
And yeah. Got
You got it?
Let's see.
Okay, guys, we're going to put... You got it?
Yep.
Okay, guys, that's going to be awesome. We're going to put that up on your guys' school website, show it to the new superintendent so he gives us lots of money to keep doing this. Okay? All right. And then, guys, there's a dance party coming up too. So go ahead and take a break, and I'll contact you all on Discord, and then we'll jump.